Hello again and welcome back to my channel. And if it's the first time watching one, then thank you, and I hope you take something from this. I've touched upon the mental health issues that I have, OCD, depression, anxiety, also binge eating, and I have mentioned also about perfectionism, and it's something that I'm currently learning more about. I was diagnosed with perfectionism about 3 or 4 years ago. Perfectionism, like OCD linked, really, and it was something that I didn't agree with. I was like, I can't be a perfectionist. I'm not the tidiest. I'm not the most particular in the way I dress now. I don't worry about lists so much and order, and I pretty much dismissed it. I was fortunate that I had family who paid for me to go private to see this person, but I just didn't feel that they were right, basically. So, to cut the long story short, after 3 or 4 years later, I was sitting here and I thought, why do I always go to start something, or do start something and just stop, just give up on it? Because for so long it's something that I want to do. I'd love to do a YouTube golf channel, really, and it's something that I was planning on doing at the end of last year. I bought myself a nice camera to do it with and everything like that. Being a perfectionist, I spent numerous days reading about different cameras, why I needed this, that and the other. I read about all sorts, lav mics, everything, and then I was just like, I'm not doing it. It's not going to be good enough. What's the point? And that was it. End of that. And that was just one of many things throughout the years. When I was younger, I mentioned about in another video about not being able to do a certain thing in a martial arts lesson, and I just quit. I played the piano at a leavers assembly when I was in year 6, so about 10, 11, and then because I wasn't Beethoven after that, I knocked it on the head. I quit. Tennis. I don't know, well, it's been all sorts. I was fortunate and lucky that I had parents that took me to these classes and did these things with me, but I kept giving up, and it's weird because by nature, I'm not a quitter. I've been battling these bloody thing for the last 14 odd years, whatever it is, mental health. So I'm clearly not a quitter as such, but it was strange. It just no matter what I did, it just never good enough. I never thought anything of it, really. Just thought I got low self-esteem. That's what it is. And then it just so slowly got more and more prominence in everything that I do. Even if I was doing somebody a favour, laying slabs or something for a family member, I had to lay over 70 slabs, and there were spares, but I broke one, and 3 days I think it took me before I went back to finish it, because I was useless. I was a failure. I was just worthless, basically. But I didn't realise that was a perfectionism thing, a trait. I just thought it was just, me being hard on myself, self-critical, which it is, but there's a reason for it. And some people looking in can see it and think, having a bit of a tantrum, or throwing the toys out the pram, as they say, and again, I'd fully understand why people would see that, because you wouldn't automatically think, if you see somebody down in tools because they broke a slab, or he's a perfectionist. You think, what's his problem? He's only broke one slab, he's laid 70 odd, but doesn't matter. So I've been, for the last 3 or 4 days, been reading all sorts about perfectionism. I've got a great book called Overcoming Perfectionism, which has got CBT techniques in there to follow, and also I'm waiting on a referral, as I've mentioned before, for CBT, because without realising it, the perfectionism underpinned everything for me. I've never really liked the way I look. Because I didn't look like Tom Hardy, or silly things like I used to go to the gym a lot, weight training, and I was watching a graphic cartoon, Hulk Planet or something, and I remember thinking, and now this is serious, I'm not strong as the Hulk. I'll never be as strong as the Hulk, what's the point? And that was a genuine thought, at the time I was like, you've got a point there, Finn, you're not going to be as strong as the Hulk, what is the point? It's crazy to say it out loud how it sounds, but to me and to other people that go through these things, these are the limits like that they're placing themselves at. That they're not saying, I want to be okay. I want to be ridiculously above and beyond. I can laugh about it now. I've got science books, Stephen Hawking's and things, and I don't understand the word they're about, but I'm annoyed that I don't understand the word they're about. I'm angry that I'm not clever enough, and it's like, just give yourself a break. But that's not how it works. It becomes sort of like a self-punishment, you're in a bully, you're bullying yourself all the time. No matter how I dress, I'm never smart enough. And that's what you end up, because that's how it is, you end up just not doing it, because what's the point? I'm not going to be the best dressed, the best looking, the fastest, the strongest, the cleverest. What's the point? And then you stop. And then because you stop, you beat yourself up. So you're never going to win. It's like, whenever I've done anything, if I had to do some, again, DIY work, some tiling, and somebody's happy with what I've done, I will not be pleased about that and be proud. I will think, well, it's the least I should have done. It's not rocket science, and I just wouldn't give myself any credit. I just wouldn't ever sort of acknowledge what I have achieved, no matter what it is. I'm mega self-critical about a lot of things, and it's hard work. You resent yourself, I go through phases where I can't look at myself in the mirror. I have a beard which unfortunately hasn't grown back just yet. It's in the process of growing back. I tried to shape it and I missed my lines. Yep. And the reason why I have that is not for vanity reasons, in terms of I think it looks good. I don't like my face, so I can wear a permanent mask now. But before that, I have to grow a beard, and that's what it was about. I don't like my face. I'm sitting there and I can see myself now, and I don't like it. That's why I keep looking away. I'm looking everywhere I can, but at the screen at times. But that's what it is, and that's what I'm currently working through. I know that I need to give myself more credit. People do need to give themselves more credit for what they do. People who struggle with things, everyday life things, no matter what it is, it can be mental health, it can be any form of disability or illness, anything. You are doing well every day. You are living each day. You are achieving each day. If you were doing self-help with anything, if you were going the gym, if you're not, watching the calories, it's self-help. It's something to be proud of. It's an achievement. For others like myself, it's never enough, and that's what the problem is, and that's what I'm going to be working through. And again, like I mentioned with the binge eating, which is, like I say, the perfectionism's led to the binge eating, because I don't like myself, so I want to lose weight. So then I become ridiculously strict with everything, and then it just goes the opposite way, and the binge eating flares up, and no matter what, believe it or not, looking at me, you wouldn't believe it, I love health and fitness. I watch tons of stuff about health and fitness. I watch exercises for movements. I watch full workouts. I read. I've had encyclopedias about muscle building, bodybuilding, everything. Honestly, it fascinates me, and I love the fact that with the gym, whatever you sort of put in, you will get out. But again, with my perfectionism, I never got the endorphin buzz from it. It was, if I set a PB, personal best, so what? That bloke, Julius Maddox, who's going for the world record bench press, he can do more than me, so that's something to be proud of. If I deadlifted well, yeah, but look what Eddie Hall can do. I'm never going to be Eddie Hall. I'm never going to be Julius Maddox, but that's what I didn't even want to be. I just wanted to be good, but that's still what I expected from myself. And what other people who experience perfectionism, they are where they sort of judge themselves to. It's the all or nothing thinking. It's either perfect or rubbish. So that 0.1% of a time that something might be perfect, every other thing you do in life is rubbish. There's no grey area, and that's what I've got to learn. There is grey area, life's full of it. We all make mistakes, nobody's perfect. Nobody. But people who have that sort of perfectionism, or sort of push on themselves constantly, and never see that, never understand that actually 99 times out of 100, good enough or okay is fine. It's fine. that's it. And that's why these videos, I'm purposely not watching these videos back. One, because I don't like to see myself, so that's one thing, but also because I know I'm heavily critical on everything I say and do. I'm fully aware of what I'm speaking, how I repeat certain words, and I'm in my head, I'm thinking, don't repeat that, and it makes it impossible to speak then, because I'm trying to think about what not to say. Well, I was trying to think what I do want to say, and it's just not coming out. So I'm not editing anything. This is one take, and it is what it is. And I'm going to be learning more about the perfectionism, and I will do more videos about the perfectionism and about how it crosses into other parts of my life, and maybe it will ring true for yourselves. I don't know, it's hard because it's something that I've done for 33, nearly 34 years of my life without realising it, and you wouldn't. No parent or guardian would ever look at their child and think, oh God, they must have perfectionism. Well, no, they'd probably look at that person having a tantrum or something, or being spoiled or something, so it's understandable why people don't understand it. But there's lots of good stuff, and as I mentioned, Overcoming Perfectionism book by the Overcoming publication is absolutely brilliant. It explains things, and without realising it. Like, yeah, I started a diary yesterday and I thought, I'm going to have nothing to write. And then before we know it, I had 3 entries just about writing in it, because I was like making sure what pen I used, thinking about which pen. I mean, I don't know what I thought about which pen it was. And that's where I'm at. I'm started a diary and I'm going through it myself, and hopefully I will be able to help people go through it as well, and have a more balanced view of life for themselves, and not set their sights at 100%, otherwise it's a fail, because that isn't what life's about. Life is very rarely lived in the 100% perfect. So hopefully there's be able to help with more follow-up videos, and something you can take from even this. So thank you for watching again, and take care, look after yourselves.